Have you ever misplaced your glasses only to find them on the very top of your head minutes later? Or maybe you pause mid-sentence, searching for a word that once came so easily. If that sounds familiar, you're far from alone. And it doesn't mean you're losing your mind. It simply reminds us that our brains, like every other part of our bodies, need a little tune-up now and then. After 60, protecting your memory becomes more than just a nice idea. It's a daily practice that can help you stay sharp, feel confident, and keep enjoying the conversations and activities you love. In this video, we're going to explore 5 simple, science-backed habits you can weave into your everyday life. Little rituals that strengthen the connections in your brain, boost your mood, and guard against forgetfulness. You won't need any fancy gadgets or expensive supplements, just a willingness to add a few thoughtful moments to your morning, afternoon, or evening routines. By the end, you'll see how these practices work together like pieces of a puzzle, creating a clear picture of a mind that's active, engaged, and resilient. Let's begin with the first practice, mindful movement. You might think of exercise as something for your heart or your waistline, but it turns out that gentle, regular movement is one of the best things you can do for your brain too. Think of your brain as a garden. When you move, whether it's a brisk walk, some simple stretches, or even a few minutes of dancing to your favorite tune, you increase the flow of oxygen and nutrients, just like watering flowers. This flood of blood brings fresh energy, helps overnight repair, and encourages the growth of new brain cells, especially in the memory center called the hippocampus. A simple way to fold mindful movement into your day is to pick one moment, maybe right after you brush your teeth, or as soon as you step outside to check the mail, and move with intention. As you walk, notice the rhythm of your steps, the way your feet press into the ground, and how the air feels on your skin. Let your shoulders relax, lengthen your spine, and breathe fully. Even a 5-minute walk around the block can set off a chain reaction in your brain, clearing cobwebs and helping you focus on the rest of your day with a sharper mind. My friend Tom, who's just turned 68, told me that after a busy morning of errands, he used to feel mentally foggy by lunchtime. But once he started his post-mail walk each afternoon, he noticed a dramatic shift. Suddenly, he felt energized instead of drained, and he found himself recalling appointments and conversations more easily. That simple daily stroll became his secret weapon for staying on top of his schedule and enjoying his retirement hobbies without the frustration of forgetting details. Now let's glide smoothly into our second practice, the power of puzzles, of any kind you love. Crossword puzzles aren't the only game in town. You can try jigsaw puzzles, word searches, Sudoku, or even a new card game with a twist. The key is to challenge your mind with something you haven't yet mastered, something that encourages you to think, adapt, and problem solve. When you puzzle through a tricky clue or fit the last piece of a vibrant picture, you're strengthening neural pathways and building new ones, much like forging a trail through a forest so you can find it again more easily next time. The beauty of this practice is how flexible it is. You might spend a few minutes with a small paperback crossword while waiting for your morning coffee to brew. Or you could gather with a friend for a weekly jigsaw session, chatting about family stories as you connect pieces. I know a lovely couple who set aside half an hour each evening to tackle a puzzle together. As they piece the sky and trees into place, they reminisce about past vacations and build new memories along the way. If you're brand new to puzzles, start small. A 10-minute crossword or a 100-piece jigsaw is plenty to wake up your brain's problem-solving regions without overwhelming you. And if you already enjoy one type of puzzle, try mixing it up once in a while. The more varied the challenge, the more your brain learns to stretch in different directions, keeping your mental muscles limber and ready for whatever the day brings. So far, we've looked at mindful movement to fuel your brain with fresh blood and puzzles to build strong neural pathways. Tomorrow morning, as you sip your tea, you'll lace up your walking shoes and follow the rhythm of your steps. Later that afternoon, you'll pause to pick up a crossword or connect the next jigsaw piece. These two practices, moving with awareness and challenging your mind, lay a solid foundation for memory protection and cognitive health. Next, we'll explore how nourishing your body with the right foods can feed your brain, and how simple breathwork can quiet the mind and sharpen recall. Keep these first two practices flowing in your routine and get ready to layer in even more brain-boosting habits in part 2 of our journey. By the end, you'll have a toolkit of 5 daily rituals to help you remember precious details, stay mentally agile, and enjoy the rich experiences life has to offer after 60. Have you ever reached down to tie your shoes and paused thinking, wait, can I still bend like that? You're not imagining things. As we age, simple tasks can begin to feel a little stiff or uncomfortable, and before long we worry about losing the freedom to move the way we used to. But here's the good news. With just a few minutes of gentle practice each day, you can keep your body feeling light, limber, and ready for whatever life brings. In this video, I'm going to share the first 2 of 6 easy movements that every senior should weave into their daily routine. No fancy equipment needed, just a chair, a bit of floor space, and your own body. By making these a habit, you'll protect your joints, ease aches, and preserve the mobility that lets you chase grandkids in the yard, carry groceries without wincing, and tie those shoes with confidence. Let's begin with the first movement, shoulder rolls. If you spend time at a desk or find your upper back feeling tight by midday, shoulder rolls are a lifesaver. Start by sitting or standing tall, feet hip-width apart and your shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Gently lift your shoulders up toward your ears, then roll them back and down in a smooth circle. Imagine drawing big circles with your shoulders, loosening every knot along the way. Make 10 of these rolls, 5 in one direction, then 5 the other way, pausing to take a full deep breath after each circle. You'll feel warmth spreading across your upper back, and with each exhale, a little more tension melting away. My neighbor Carol, who just turned 72, told me she used to wake up with stiff shoulders before even swinging her legs out of bed. But since she began her morning routine with shoulder rolls, she notices her arms lift more easily when she reaches for a coffee mug, and she no longer hunches forward halfway through the day. Now let's glide into our second movement, ankle circles. Strong, flexible ankles are the unsung heroes of balance and walking with ease. To practice, find a sturdy chair or countertop to support yourself if needed. Lift one foot off the ground, pointing your toes forward. Slowly rotate your ankle clockwise 10 times, feeling the joint move smoothly through its range. Then switch to counterclockwise for another 10 rotations. Lower that foot and repeat on the other side. If you notice any stiffness, take it slowly. Your goal is gentle, consistent movement, not pushing to the point of discomfort. As you circle your ankle, imagine oil flowing into a rusty hinge, lubricating every creak and ensuring your steps stay confident and steady. My friend George, at 68, mentioned that after adding ankle circles to his evening routine, he feels more stable on uneven sidewalks and no longer hesitates when stepping off curbs. Together, these first 2 movements, shoulder rolls and ankle circles, set the tone for a body that's both strong and supple. Make them part of your morning ritual or weave them into your day anytime you need a quick reset. In our next segment, we'll explore 2 more daily movements that target the spine and hips, helping you move through life pain-free and full of energy. Stay tuned, and let's keep this momentum going toward a more mobile, joyful you. Have you ever reached down to tie your shoes and paused thinking, wait, can I still bend like that? You're not imagining things. As we age, simple tasks can begin to feel a little stiff or uncomfortable, and before long, we worry about losing the freedom to move the way we used to. But here's the good news. With just a few minutes of gentle practice each day, you can keep your body feeling light, limber, and ready for whatever life brings. In this video, I'm going to share the first 2 of 6 easy movements that every senior should weave into their daily routine. No fancy equipment needed, just a chair, a bit of floor space, and your own body. By making these a habit, you'll protect your joints, ease aches, and preserve the mobility that lets you chase grandkids in the yard, carry groceries without wincing, and tie those shoes with confidence. Let's begin with the first movement, shoulder rolls. If you spend time at a desk or find your upper back feeling tight by midday, shoulder rolls are a lifesaver. Start by sitting or standing tall, feet hip-width apart and your shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Gently lift your shoulders up toward your ears, then roll them back and down in a smooth circle. Imagine drawing big circles with your shoulders, loosening every knot along the way. Make 10 of these rolls, 5 in one direction, then 5 the other way, pausing to take a full deep breath after each circle. You'll feel warmth spreading across your upper back, and with each exhale, a little more tension melting away. My neighbor Carol, who just turned 72, told me she used to wake up with stiff shoulders before even swinging her legs out of bed. But since she began her morning routine with shoulder rolls, she notices her arms lift more easily when she reaches for a coffee mug, and she no longer hunches forward halfway through the day. She likes to do them while waiting for her tea to steep. She says it makes the quiet moment feel productive. As you move, remember to keep your head aligned over your spine, neck long and relaxed. If you catch yourself tensing in your jaw or frowning, soften that too. Sometimes we don't realize how much tension lives in our face until we give ourselves permission to let it go. And after a few rounds, gently shake out your arms, letting them feel light and free before you move on. Now let's glide into our second movement, ankle circles. Strong, flexible ankles are the unsung heroes of balance and walking with ease. To practice, find a sturdy chair or countertop to support yourself if needed. Lift one foot off the ground, pointing your toes forward. Slowly rotate your ankle clockwise 10 times, feeling the joint move smoothly through its range. Then switch to counterclockwise for another 10 rotations. Lower that foot and repeat on the other side. If you notice any stiffness, take it slowly. Your goal is gentle, consistent movement, not pushing to the point of discomfort. As you circle your ankle, imagine oil flowing into a rusty hinge, lubricating every creak and ensuring your steps stay confident and steady. My friend George at 68 mentioned that after adding ankle circles to his evening routine, he feels more stable on uneven sidewalks and no longer hesitates when stepping off curbs. He even caught himself marching in place while talking on the phone, something he thought he'd never do again. If standing feels challenging, you can also perform ankle circles while sitting, extending one leg at a time. Just make sure to sit tall, core gently engaged, and use the back of your chair for balance. Over time, as your ankles loosen up, you'll notice fewer twists or stumbles when you're out and about. Between shoulder rolls and ankle circles, you've already invited more fluid movement into your day. These two simple exercises target areas that tend to tighten first, the upper back and the ankles. When those regions stay mobile, the chain reaction up and down your body means fewer aches in your neck, knees, and lower back. And that adds up to feeling more like yourself again. You might wonder, when should I do these? The beauty is, you can fit them in wherever you like. Maybe start your morning with shoulder rolls while you brush your teeth, then sneak in ankle circles while waiting for the kettle to boil. If you're watching TV in the evening, roll your shoulders and circle your ankles during the first commercial break. Consistency matters more than timing. Just a few minutes, twice a day, and you'll build habits that stick. Before we wrap up this segment, take a moment to notice how your body feels. Do you sense a little more warmth behind your shoulders, a bit more wiggle in your ankles? That's progress, and it's worth celebrating. Every small step counts. Now that we've gently opened up the shoulders and feet, two key anchors for everyday movement, let's continue on and explore another important one. In our next part, we'll look at a movement to free up the spine, keeping your back supple and strong, and a practice to open your hips so you can sit, stand, and step without strain. These next exercises build on the foundation we've set today, guiding you toward a body that moves with ease and joy. Stick with me, and soon you'll have a full set of 6 daily movements that fit into any routine. Whether you're a seasoned exerciser or just beginning, these simple practices will help you stay mobile, pain-free, and ready for all the adventures life brings. Let's keep this momentum going toward a more mobile, joyful you. Have you ever reached down to tie your shoes and paused thinking, can I still bend like that? Or perhaps you've woken up, taken that first step out of bed, and felt a pinch in your lower back you didn't notice yesterday. If so, you're not alone. As we move through our 60s and beyond, it's natural for muscles to tighten and joints to feel stiffer. But what if I told you that with just a few minutes of gentle movement each day, you could keep your body limber, your joints happy, and your energy high? Today, we're starting a simple practice of 6 daily movements that will help you stay mobile and pain-free, without any fancy equipment or gym membership. Let's begin by talking about why movement matters so much after 60. Your body thrives on use. When you move regularly, you nourish the cartilage in your joints, strengthen the muscles that support those joints, and keep your balance and coordination sharp. On the other hand, when you stay still for too long, muscles can atrophy, joints become tight, and small aches turn into bigger problems. So by weaving a few simple exercises into your routine, you're actually protecting your independence. You're making it more likely that you'll climb stairs with ease, reach into kitchen cabinets without wincing, and enjoy walks around the neighborhood. Now I want you to picture your day. Maybe you start with a cup of coffee, then check the mail, or perhaps settle into a favorite chair with a crossword puzzle. Wherever you find yourself, you can slip in these movements. No need for a block of time, just a couple of minutes here and there. Let's look at the first two. First up, shoulder rolls. If you spend time reading, knitting, or simply looking down at your phone, you might notice tension creeping into your upper back and neck. Shoulder rolls help release that tightness and restore a sense of ease. Begin by sitting or standing tall, feet comfortably under your hips. Imagine a string gently pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling, lengthening your spine. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Then draw a smooth, full circle with both shoulders. Lift them up toward your ears, roll them back, drop them down, and sweep them forward to complete the circle. Take your time, breathing in as you lift and breathing out as you lower. Do 10 circles backward, then reverse the direction for 10 more. As you roll, focus on feeling the weight of tension lifting off your chest and slipping down your back. I remember my friend Helen, who just turned 71, telling me she used to wake up with shoulders so stiff she'd skip her morning stretches altogether. But once she committed to just 5 minutes of shoulder rolls before her tea cooled, she noticed a difference. she could hang laundry without pain, and even her headache frequency dropped. She likes to do her shoulder rolls while waiting for the water to boil. She says it's a peaceful way to start the day. Once you've finished, let your arms hang loosely by your sides and give them a little shake. Notice how they feel lighter, almost like you've shrugged off yesterday's stress. That warmth you feel creeping along your upper back, that's a sign you're reviving circulation and lengthening tight tissues. Next, let's bring attention down to your feet with ankle circles. Strong, flexible ankles are the foundation of good balance, and they cushion every step you take. For this one, find a sturdy chair or countertop to hold onto if you need support. While seated, lift one foot off the floor so your leg is extended comfortably. Point your toes forward and slowly rotate your ankle in a circle, 5 times clockwise, then 5 times counterclockwise. Feel your heel trace an invisible circle, articulating the joint through its full range. Then lower that foot and switch sides. If standing feels comfortable, try lifting your foot slightly and tracing those same circles in the air. Either way, keep your movements smooth, controlled, and pain-free. Imagine oil flowing into a rusty hinge, easing each twist and turn. Over time, you'll notice less stiffness when you step off curbs or walk on uneven sidewalks. My neighbor George, at 68, said he started these ankle circles while watching his favorite morning news program. He'd do them during commercials, balancing on one leg at a time. After a few weeks, he realized he wasn't gripping furniture as tightly when getting to his feet, and those little ankle rolls helped him feel steadier on slippery floors. By now, you've opened up your shoulders and greased your ankles. These two regions, often overlooked, play a key role in the way you move through life. When your upper back is free, you stand taller, breathe deeper, and reach higher. When your ankles glide easily, you walk with confidence and avoid those scary missteps. So where do you fit these into your day? You could start with shoulder rolls as soon as you sit up in bed, then add ankle circles while you sip your morning coffee. If you spend time in the afternoon reading or chatting with friends, use that moment to refresh your shoulders. And before bedtime, circle your ankles once more to unwind from the day's bustle. Before we move on, take a moment to notice how your body feels. Is there more fluidity when you raise your arms? Does your ankle feel more flexible when you flex your foot? Celebrate those small wins. They're building blocks for greater freedom of movement. Now that you've gently mobilized your shoulders and ankles, we're ready to explore 2 more essential movements. Next up, we'll focus on unlocking your spine so you can bend and twist without pain, and opening your hips so sitting and standing feel effortless. These next exercises will build on what you've already started, guiding you toward a body that moves with grace and joy. Stick with me, and together we'll complete all 6 daily movements, crafting a simple routine that keeps you mobile, pain-free, and ready for every day's adventure. In the next part, we'll dive into spine rotations and hip openers, 2 more steps on our journey to staying active and independent after 60.